Welcome back to the Observable Unknown. Human beings are deeply uncomfortable with gradual change. We tend to prefer events, moments, announcements. We want to know exactly when things became different, when the body broke down, when the culture shifted, when trust disappeared, when the mind began unraveling, when the marriage failed. But systems rarely change that way. Most transformations occur silently for long periods of time before crossing a threshold that makes the change visible all at once. What appears sudden is often pressure crossing an unseen threshold. In Belgium, at the Université Libre de Bruxelles, the chemist and physicist Ilya Prigogine spent decades studying complex systems far from equilibrium. His work overturned a comforting assumption. Stability is not permanent. Systems accumulate tension quietly. Energy builds, fluctuations increase, small irregularities compound beneath visibility. Then eventually a threshold is crossed, and the system reorganizes rapidly into a new state. Water becoming steam appears sudden. It is not sudden. The transition was accumulating the entire time. This pattern exists everywhere. A person tolerates dissatisfaction for 20 years, then one ordinary conversation ends the marriage. A society absorbs polarization for decades, then one election destabilizes the culture visibly. An individual ignores exhaustion for years, then suddenly can't get out of bed. The visible event is rarely the origin. It is the threshold crossing. This is one reason human beings misunderstand causality so badly. We attach meaning to the final moment because it's the first moment we can see clearly, but visibility is not origin. Malcolm Gladwell explored a version of this through the idea of tipping points. Certain changes appear disproportionate to their immediate cause because hidden accumulation was already present beneath the surface. One conversation, one protest, one innovation, one death, and suddenly the entire structure reorganizes, not because the final event was magical, but because the system was already near critical transition. In my book, Chance as a Cultural Language, I explore how human beings consistently misinterpret accumulation because perception privileges visible events over gradual pattern formation. Thresholds distort our sense of causality, precisely because the final moment appears larger than the invisible sequence that produced it. People often believe they ruined their lives through just one catastrophic choice. Very often, the visible collapse was only the final crossing point after years of accumulated contradiction, neglected tensions, ignored instincts, unexamined patterns, repeated compromises. Then, eventually, threshold. This is also why prevention feels psychologically unrewarding. Healthy systems maintain themselves quietly. Damage accumulates invisibly. No applause accompanies avoided catastrophe. So people wait for visible crises before respecting invisible accumulation. Civilizations do this too. Debt accumulates slowly. Distrust accumulates slowly. Institutional weakness accumulates slowly. Then, all of a sudden, historians describe collapse as though it arrived overnight. It almost never does. The threshold was simply crossed publicly. There is another side to this principle. Healing obeys thresholds as well. So does learning. So does recovery. So does mastery. A person practices for years without visible progress. Then suddenly perception sharpens. It's not sudden. Accumulated adaptation becomes visible. This is why disciplined repetition matters. Even when nothing appears to be changing, systems are always accumulating towards something. The danger is that most people only notice once the threshold has already been crossed. If this interlude stirred something quietly in you, make that known. Leave a rating or a review, not for recognition, for signal, so it changes trajectories it's meant to correct. Until next time, remember, you don't become what you feel. You become what you return to, and what you return to returns as you.